Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk about cylindrical or also called as shell method. So in the last session we saw that how to find volume of the solid which is obtained by revolving a region in R2. So when you revolve a region around a line, horizontal or vertical line, you get some surface, and if I want to find the volume of that surface, we use disk or the washer method. But many times what happen is when you use washer method, things becomes quite complicated. Since we are solving integration might come very bad. So if I take this as an example, so what is the example? If I take y equal to 3x minus x square, this is the curve. It's a quadratic, so it has to be a parabola. So if you try to draw, this is the parabola, x is going from 0 to 3. And now if I want to revolve this along x equal to minus 1 line, so I have to revolve this along this line. So what will happen is, this will revolve along this line. So if I draw its replica over here, this is the replica. So this is revolving like this. So this is how it is revolving. Now I want to find the volume of this surface. Now as you can see, there is a gap between the axis of rotation and the region. So if you recall my previous lecture, we have to use washer method and not the disk method. But now if I try to use washer method over here, what is the formula? It says pi times bigger radius square minus smaller radius square. So if this is my bigger radius and this is my smaller radius, so this is nothing but horizontal means x equal to something. So if I want to find x equal to something, I need to solve this equation. So what does this equation imply? X square minus 3x plus y equal to 0. I simply took this on the left hand side. Now since I want to find this radius, my y is fixed. So if I treat y as a constant, this has the quadratic equation, x equal to minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac upon twice a. This is the formula of quadratic equation. So what do I get? What I get is, what is the bigger radius? 3 plus square root of 9 minus 4y upon 2. And what is the smaller radius? 3 minus square root of 9 minus 4y by 2. So my bigger radius comes out to be 3 plus square root of 9 minus 4y by 2. And our smaller radius comes out to be 3 minus square root of 9 minus 4y by 2. And if I square this, then again the square root will come into the integration, and then you have to use plenty of substitution, and you can solve this eventually, but this will become a very big problem. And sometimes if the numbers are bad, then it might become very worse. So this is one of, you can say, drawback, or you can say the drawback of a washer method. So now we will see that how cylindrical or the shell method, if we use this method, then this big problem will become a very small problem and you can easily solve this question. So let's try to apply, and along with this also let's try to see what we mean by a shell method. So why shell or cylindrical? Because here we will see that when we try to solve this problem, we are getting the shells. So if this was my 3, 0, this was our axis of rotation, which is my x equal to minus 1, and this was the replica, right? This was the replica over here. This was, I mean, it's not, there's no space, but yeah, this is the replica over here. So this is what the region is. So this is the region I'm revolving along x equal to minus 1 line. Now if I take this strip over here, and if I revolve this strip along x equal to minus 1 line, so this image will come over here, and I get a like this, something like this. And if you observe, this is nothing but the small cylinder like thing. So if you observe, this is the small shell I get, or you can say the small cylinder I get. That's why this is called as a cylindrical method, because when I am revolving this strip along this line, what I'm getting is I'm getting this small cylinder. Or a shell. So that's why this method is called as a shell method. So now what I will do is, I will find this outer surface area of this shell. How will I find? So this is the circumference multiplied by the height. If I multiply this height with the circumference of this outer circle, what I get? I'll get the whole outer surface area. So how will I do that? So for that I need to find circumference means 2 pi r. So I need to find the radius of this shell. So you know this, right? If you have this cylinder over here, if you have this cylinder and this is the axis of the cylinder, then this distance is called as the radius. Which distance? The distance from the axis of the cylinder to the outer part, that is called as the radius of the cylinder. So in this case, this is the axis of revolution or the axis of rotation, x equal to -1. So this will be my radius and this will be my height. So question is, what is the radius and what is the height? So once I find the radius and height, I get the surface area of this cylinder. So what is the radius? As you can see, what is the height? Height is nothing but this vertical distance. So what is the vertical distance? It is 3x minus x square. So that is my height. And what is the radius? See how much this distance, this is my x, right? My x unit. And this distance is fixed, which is how much? 1 unit, because this is x equal to -1. If I take a strip over here, this will be my radius. In that case again, this is our x and this one is fixed. So as you can see, your radius is nothing but 1 plus x. As you take strip away from origin, your x distance will keep on increasing, whereas this distance is fixed, which is 1. So what I get the radius of the shell and I get the height of the shell. And once I have the radius and height of the shell, what does the shell method says? The shell method says you can easily find volume. So volume is nothing but, you take x is from A to B, 2 pi into shell radius into shell height dx. So this is the formula we use when we revolve the region or when we rotate the region along vertical line. Make sure this is, you don't make a mistake over here. When we revolve along a vertical line, the integration is in terms of x. If you recall my previous session, when we solved using disk or the washer method, whenever we used to revolve along a vertical line, integration was in terms of y. So we used to integrate with respect to y, dy was there. But now this is a change in disk washer method. Sorry, this is the change in the shell method, that when we are revolving along a vertical line, my integration will be in terms of x. And therefore, if you try to solve a previous example, my shell, if you remember, my shell or that strip, we start from 0 and that strip can go to how much? Till 3. So my x will go from 0 to 3, 2 pi. What was the radius? Radius was 1 plus x. What was height? Height was 3x minus x square dx. And we solve this integration. Whatever the number we get, that number is nothing but the volume of the surface, which is obtained by revolving this region along x equal to -1 line. And now as you can see over here, the integrand, the term in the integration, they are nothing but the polynomial. So this is very easy to solve as compared to that integration, the integration which we obtained, which we would have got if we would have used washer method, because we saw that in the washer method we got square root and all those things. So yeah, it would have taken lot much time as compared to this simple integration. So that's why shell method is used many times, because it really reduces our work many times. So this is the formula for shell method when you revolve along a vertical line, and when we revolve along a horizontal line, the dx becomes the dy. So now let me take one nice example where all the things will be covered: horizontal line, vertical line, coordinate axis and the non-coordinate axis. So what is the example? The example is, if I take y equal to 3x, y equal to 0 and x equal to 2. I have to find the volume of the solid. I have to find the volume of the solid when I will revolve along y-axis, when I will revolve along x equal to 4 line, x equal to -1 line. So these are the three horizontal lines. Sorry, these are the three vertical lines, and x-axis y equal to 7 and y equal to -2. So let's try to do this one example. If you understand this one whole example, that means the shell method is clear to you. So we will see these 6 different cases for this one single example. Okay, so now let's go one by one. So first let's draw the region and let's try to find the volume of the solid when I revolve along y-axis. So what is the region? Y equal to 3x. So what is the region? Region is y equal to 3x. Then you had y equal to 0, which is nothing but my x-axis, and then I have x equal to 2. So this is the region. So this is the region we have, and now we have to revolve this along y-axis. Now if I revolve this along y-axis means this is the axis of my rotation. Okay, fine. So when I revolving over here, this is its replica. This is the replica of this. So this is how revolving. And now if I take a strip over here, and if I revolve this strip over here, as you can see, this is the cylinder I get. I hope that cylinder is clear. So this is the cylinder you get when you revolve that strip along the y-axis. So this is the axis of rotation, which is my y-axis. So what is the radius? This will be the radius. The radius, what is the radius? The distance from the axis of rotation and the strip. This is nothing but my x, because I am starting from origin. So what is my radius? Radius is x. And what is my height? This is our height, which is nothing but the vertical distance. So, and this strip can vary from 0 to 2. So what is the volume? Volume is x is from 0 to 2 pi. What is my shell radius? Shell radius is x. What is my shell height? Shell height is nothing but my vertical distance, which is nothing but 3x dx. And when you solve this integration, you get a number, and that is nothing but the volume of the region obtained by revolving this triangle along y-axis. So I hope this case is clear. So the only thing is to find the radius and the height. Once you have the radius and the height, your job is done. Now let's go for the second example, or the second case, which was nothing but our x equal to 4 line. So when I revolve, so this was the triangle I had. This is my y equal to 3x line. This is x equal to 2, and this is x equal to 4. This is the axis of rotation. So I have to revolve this triangle along x equal to 4 line. So this triangle will start and it will revolve like this along x equal to 4 line. So now I want to find the volume of this surface. So if I take now this as a strip, and this is the replica of that strip. Replica means this strip will revolve along that surface, and in that case, this is the cylinder I am getting. So that is the big cylinder which I am getting, or the shell I am getting. So now what is the radius of that shell? So this is the radius, right? What is the radius? Radius is the distance from axis of cylinder to this outer part. So what is this? So I know that the total distance is 4 unit, and this is the distance from x, from origin. So this is nothing but my x. So what is the remaining distance? My radius is nothing but 4 minus x. So I got the radius of my shell. Now question is, what is the height of my shell? Height remains the same, because this is height is nothing but the vertical distance. So what is my height? My height is nothing but 3x minus x square. So my radius is changing, whereas my height is remaining the same. So, and once I have the radius and the height, my x will go from where to where? My x will go from 0 to 2. So what is the volume? Volume is x is running from 0 to 2 pi. What is the shell radius? 4 minus x. What is the shell height? 3x minus x square dx. You multiply, solve this integration, you get the number, and that volume is nothing but the volume of the surface obtained by revolving this triangle along x equal to 4 line. So that was the, so first line was x equal to 0, which is our x y-axis. Next line was x equal to 4, and now let's go for the third one. The third line was what? X equal to minus 1. So what will be the, so again if you observe, for x equal to minus 1, our height will remain same. Our height will remain same. What will change is the radius will change. So this was the triangle we had, 2, 0. This was x equal to minus 1. And so if its replica will be over here. So this was my y-axis. So if I take this strip over here, the very first example which I took at the start of the lecture, that was a parabola, and here I am having the triangle. So this is the shell I am getting over here, and now I want to find the radius of the shell. So what is the radius? This will act as a radius. So this distance is always 1. this distance is always x, so my radius is nothing but 1 plus x, whereas height will remain the same. What was my height? Height is 3x minus x square, and x will go from 0 to 2. So that is how you solve a problem. So for vertical line, there are three possibilities. Either it will touch the surface or touch the region, or it will be away, or it will be on the left side of the region, or it will be on the right side of the region. Whenever it is on the right side of the region, suppose it is x equal to something a. Whenever it is on the right side of the region, suppose that x equal, okay, let me erase this. So whenever it is on the, this was the triangle, so whenever it is on the right side of the region, say x equal to a, your radius will always be a minus x. Your height will remain same, which was nothing but 3x minus x square. If it is on the left side, say x equal to b, then your radius will be b plus x, because this is the thing I'll be adding up and this is the x. Your height again it will remain same. And if it is touching the surface, if this is the thing, if this is the line, then your radius is nothing but x and your height is nothing but 3x minus x square. So these are the only three possibilities. It either will be right or left, or it will touch. So in that case, your radius will be either x, something plus x, or something minus x. So whenever you revolve along the vertical line and you are using the shell method, make sure this is clear. Whenever you are revolving along a vertical line, your height will remain same, which is nothing but the function, and radius will be one of these three. Either it will be x, or something plus x, or something minus x, depending on where your line is. Now the same thing happens when we will do for the horizontal line. My heights will remain same. We will see what will be the height, and my radius will be one of the three. Which three? That we will see now. So let's do the remaining three cases. If I try to do the remaining three cases, so what was the first case? The first case was I have to revolve along x-axis. So this was the triangle 0, y equal to 3x. And I have to revolve along x-axis. So this is its replica. So I have to revolve along x-axis. So if I take now, this is my strip, and if I revolve this strip over here, this is where the strip will come in, and this is what the shell you get. So this is the shell you are getting. So I hope now the shell is clear. So now this is the shell you are getting, because I am revolving along the horizontal line. So this is the shell I am getting. So what is this? Is the axis of revolution. So this is my radius, and this part is my height. So that's what the change is. Now that horizontal distance becomes my height, because now this is my shell. Previously this was the shell, so this was the height. Now this is the shell, so this is the height. So, and this is the radius. So what is radius? As you can see, radius is nothing but the vertical distance from origin. What is the vertical distance from origin? Y. And what is my height? Height is nothing but the horizontal distance. So what is the horizontal distance? It is nothing but this whole distance, which is nothing but 2, and this much distance. So what is my x? X is nothing but y by 3. So height is nothing but 2 minus y by 3, because this much is 2, this is y by 3. So this is the remaining height, which is 2 minus y by 3, and my radius is nothing but y, because it is nothing but the vertical distance from origin, which is nothing but my y. So my radius is y. So when x-axis is the axis of rotation, when x-axis is the axis of rotation, what I get, that is the radius, and 2 minus y by 3 is the height. So what is the formula? Volume is, now this shell, this strip can go from here to here. That means my y will go from 0 to what is this point? When my x is 2, my y is 6. So y will go from 0 to 6. 2 pi, what is shell radius? Y. What is shell height? 2 minus y by 3 dy. And when you solve this integration, whatever number you get, that is the volume of the surface obtained by revolving the region along x-axis. So again, if you compare with the shell or disc or the washer method, whenever we were revolving along the horizontal line, integration was in terms of x, whereas in shell it is in terms of y. So there's the small difference which one should take care of. Okay, let's go for the remaining two cases, and for the remaining two cases you will observe my height will remain the same. The only change thing is the radius. So the only radius will change. Let's go for the fifth example now. So what was the fifth example? It says you revolve along y equal to 7 line. So this was 2, 0, this is 6, and this is y equal to 7. So now I have to revolve along this line. So this surface will revolve like this. Okay, and now what is the shell? In that case, this is my, now this is the radius, or this is the strip I take. Then what is the radius? This will be my radius, and what will be my height? Height will again be the same. So this will be my height. So height will again be same, which is nothing but 2 minus y by 3. And what is the radius? Radius, as you can observe, this much distance is y, and how much is the total distance? 7. So what will be the remaining radius? So my radius will be 7 minus y, and height will remain the same. So what was happening for the vertical line? When the vertical line, if you recall, when the vertical line was the extreme right, it was what? 4 minus x. Here that case is happening when the line is above the region, it will be always something minus y. So what was happening for the right side vertical line, here it is happening for the horizontal line which is above the region. So this will be my radius, and my height will be same, and the limits will be 0 to 6. And now let's go for the last case. What was our last case? Our last case was y equal to minus 1. So this was the triangle 2, 0, and now I have to revolve along y equal to minus 1. I have to revolve this triangle over here. So this is the triangle which is revolving like this. So this was the strip over here. This will be the strip over here, and that's how you are revolving. This is the shell you are getting over here. Right? So now what is the radius? This is my radius. And height will again remain same. So height will be nothing but 2 minus y by 3. Whereas what is the radius? This part is the radius. As you can see again here, this one distance is always fixed. And what is changing? This y will be changing. Is distance from origin. So my radius will be nothing but 1 plus y, and our height will be same, which was 2 minus y by 3. And so volume will be integration y will go from 0 to 6, 2 pi shell radius into shell height into dy. So the situation which was for the vertical line, when the vertical line was on the left side, what was the radius? 1 plus x or something plus x. That scenario for horizontal line will become, when that will come, when your line is below the surface. That time the radius will be something plus y. So this is what the shell method is. So I took all the 6 possible scenarios. So as you can see, for vertical line or for the horizontal line, if I am first playing with the vertical lines, my heights were same and radius were changing, and radius were one of the 3 possibilities. X, something plus x or something minus x. And when I was revolving along the horizontal lines, my height was again same, and my radius was what? Either y, something minus y, or something plus y. So these are the only 6 possibilities for the shell method. This is what the final picture looks like. So this is the first column means the line along which we are revolving this region. Second represents the radius, then the height and the limits. So I had just made one division of this thing. So first 3 are the vertical lines, the rest 3 are the horizontal lines. So if you see, for the vertical lines the heights are same, and for the remaining also the heights are same. What is changing is the radius, and also as I told earlier, radius are not changing that drastically. It can be one of the 3 possibilities, and at the end I have written the limits. So I hope the idea is clear. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you and have a nice day.